I'm with Coggeshall United manager Cliff Akurang after today's game against Jaffa United at West Street. Cliff, how did that go for you?
We started off a bit slow and a bit sloppy, but the overall result, I was really pleased. Got a couple of goals in. We was expecting to score a few, and the boys delivered, so got to be happy with that. We haven't really done much this week, so it was a nice little game to get the cobwebs out and look forward to the next one.
Bit of an unusual one in that they turned up with only 10 men, no substitutes. Has that ever happened to you before in your career?
No, never.
How do you deal with that? How do you deal with that going into the game?
To be fair to them, I never mentioned it to the boys, and I didn't think they'd notice it either, so they were just playing as usual. And it wasn't until they started getting a few injuries and things like that they started to, I think they had a sin bin as well, so they went down even more. And by the end, you know, they were screaming for that whistle, and we finally found the key to unlock them.
Yeah.
And then that whistle couldn't come fast enough.
I mean, knowing that you obviously won 9-0 here against them last season, were you glad to at least equal that scoreline in view of the fact that they can only start with 10 men?
Well, it should have been more.
Of course.
Way more. But, you know, the win was the most important thing. Just to keep ticking on, keep the confidence up, and you know, just make sure we get rid of any of the bad habits that we've picked up from not playing.
Who did particularly well for you today?
It was a bit of a strange game, so there wasn't a lot for the defenders to do, so it was more focused on the attack, and I think we saw how important Big Jaffa is to us.
Yes.
I think he was involved in almost every goal just from his sheer presence, so he was probably the man of the match for me.
Yes, see, I mean, even as a bystander watching in the crowd, you could see the role he's starting to develop into, and one of the things I did say to him in an interview we've done separately is you could see the hunger, the desire to score. So considering he's not by trade a centre forward, the fact he's already got that hunger and that enjoyment from it is a really nice thing to see, even as someone sitting in the crowd.
He's actually starting to score. I think he's in a run of a goal in the last 3 games, so it's no worse than any actual forward that's been playing up there all their career. So he's only going to get better.
Yeah.
And you know, we're glad he's with us because we've seen the talent and we want to push him as far as we can, and hopefully he can fill the boots left by the last season strikers.
Are you disappointed you didn't get more? Does it leave a bad taste in the mouth that you didn't get more goals?
No, not that fast. I mean, it was more about a game for them to get their confidence up, and you know, just opportunity for the forwards to go and score some goals, put a dent into the top goal scorer chart, and helps our goal difference as well. So, I'm quite pleased with what it was. Stuff for them to think about, and hopefully they can take it into the next game. It's always good to have those habits and scoring goals.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. With the lineup that you put in, we've obviously now got Matt Travell back. Was it good to have him back?
Yeah. It's any of the crew from last season. I think you know, would just help us to settle a little bit more and balance us out a little bit. And Matty tried his hand at playing at a higher level. Things didn't quite go the way he wanted it to go, but he's back home and enjoying his football again, and hopefully he can, you know, be part of the run into the end of the season. So it's great to have him back. He's a fantastic player. I thought he had a superb game for the stuff that he needed to do, and he's one of the senior players. He's played 30+ games last season. And considering he was a player that came in at the end of pre-season and we didn't know anything about him, and we just gave him an opportunity to work his way into the team, and he ended up playing as many games as anyone else. So I think the boys that we've got currently could do with the experience, even though he's a young lad, they can do with that experience, because he's had a year of me shouting at him, so he knows exactly what we need.
And one other player I'd like to talk to you about a little bit, the enigma that is Chris Oti. Tell me about his game today.
He's a talent. He doesn't quite know how good he is, but as you saw right there today, once he's got that bit between his teeth, he's a hell of a player, and he's hard to stop. And I think he scored the 5 goals, could have scored 10.
Yeah.
But you got to be there to miss him. And the one thing that he will do is he'll keep going, and he'll keep going, and he'll keep going. So there's so much more to come from him. And this is a player that I think he's still only 21.
Yeah.
So he's got years ahead of him. So for the teams that are looking for the next George Smith, the next Andy Fennell, they're not looking too far from our front two, because they've shown what they can do.
Yeah. So we move into the festive season now. Is it a happy period for the club, do you think, going into this festive season?
There's some tough games in there. Listen, it's all experience. We've got to win every game, and no team is just going to roll over and let us win. So it's down to us on what we do in the training ground, and that's where you win the games. If we stick to our game plan and play the way we can play. I think we've been guilty of too many times this season. We've taken too long to get going, and by the start of the season it was too little too late at the end, and now we've started to get into a flow, a nice rhythm. We're ready for the bigger challenges now, so we're looking forward to them. The boys are confident. They haven't lost in a while, so they're going into every game believing they can win. And the form that we had at the start of the season, now everybody else is indifferent. It's time to make up ground on the other teams.
And you're doing that with results like today. Cliff Akurang, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.